bracket and I think about this bracket, now I'm starting to question my decisions. And then I'm thinking about this one right here. I mean, they could win them back. Oh, sorry, folks. Boy, I tell you, despite personal issues aside, I'm happy to see what's going on in my favorite promotion. A lot of great stuff coming up. So welcome to this simple video where we will be doing dual bracketology and looking so far at the summer struggle as a whole. Hello, everybody. Well, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster, and it's good to be back. And thank you for those that sent me well wishes and prayers to my family. It's been a rough time mentally and emotionally. It's good to be back to do some more wrestling content for you. And welcome to this simple bracketology video where I will be giving you my thoughts and my breakdowns on the never openweight six-man tag team championship cup that seems to be taking place during pretty much the bulk of the rest of the Summer Struggle Tour, as well as finally being established, God's leaders, God's guidelines, God's promotions, got its top title to go after, the New Japan Cup USA edition. If y'all didn't see it already, despite some technical difficulties and overheating iPhone, I did do a simple bracketology predictions video with the lovely Cindy G of Team NoDQ, co-Instagram administrator for NoDQ.com. Please follow her at simplyc_, and we basically gave our highlights, predictions, and discussions of what we think about this momentous occasion, what we think it might bring, and who can really lead NJPW USA into the future as it officially started through NJPWStrong. That will be a weekly forum now showcase, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday nights. With that being said, the summer is winding down. I got a lot on my mind. There's going to be a channel date later this month, but let's go ahead and focus on what we're here for today. Let's start talking about the six-man openweight tag team championships. They have been a foundation of New Japan Pro Wrestling now for, I think, for the last 4 years. They've been a stable and tradition to come before the pre-show of Wrestle Kingdom. They've been defended 2 or 3 times, maybe max throughout, included but not limited to Wrestling Dontakus and Current Genesis, but more likely, usually a defense out of nowhere during New Beginning tours. There was one Wrestle Kingdom, however, where these titles were not involved, and that was Wrestle Kingdom 13. There was no gauntlet at all, because usually this is a gauntlet match showcase. With the titles in limbo, with 1 being on Bullet Club, 2 being LIJ, this tournament of 8 teams has been officially defined. And we have several experienced openweight champions in this tournament that have held the gold before. Maybe not particularly in these trios, but they have experience, and that can offer a lot because they have had the titles for their team, or the Gucci Japan or Manu Japan. Shortest reign, just give you a little bit of history. The shortest reign was actually a, yeah, I kid you not, 1-day reign. And the funny thing is, this 1-day reign stint, it actually happened at least 3 times. It happened with the Chaos faction of Trent Beretta, Tomohiro Ishii, and Toru Yano. It happened with LIJ faction, Bushi, Evil, and Sonata. And it happened with, well, you can guess, Bullet Clubs. I believe it was Yojiro Takahashi, Bad Luck Fale. No, wait. They were vacated, actually. I don't think that reign actually counts. Because Yujiro Takahashi, oh, I'm sorry, that was 3 days. Botch. 3 days. It was Yujiro Takahashi, Tamataga, and Bad Luck Fale. And the longest reign with these titles was pretty close to 350 days with, you guessed it, Ryusuke Taguchi, Togi Makabe, and the guy I feel that truly is the one that wants these titles the most and will do anything to get them, Toru Yano. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the teams that we have here, and then we'll talk about the matches. So, the 8 teams consist of the following. Representing Chaos, you have Toru Yano, Sho, and Kazuchika Okada. But on the other side, you also have Chaos faction of Yoshihashi, Ishii, and Goto. And these are just the factions leading for Chaos. In Bullet Club, you have 1 team. You have Jado, Gedo, and Yujiro. For NJPW main unit, you have Ibushi, Tanahashi, and Master Wato. And you have GBH, Homa, and Makabe, and the coach Ryusuke Taguchi. Then you have 2 teams representing Suzuki-gun, my faction, Kasaninare, in Zack Sabre Jr., Yoshinobu Kamaro, and Taiji, the Holy Emperor. And the other faction, Desperado, apologies, Dukai, and the King, Minoru Suzuki. Now, let's not forget, there's a lot of underlying backlog stories behind many of these men going into these matches, and I'm sure the 6-man never openweight titles will not be the only thing on their minds. And we'll talk more about that as we discuss these teams, what I think might happen in some of these matches, particularly. With that being said, this is going to take place over, I think, the rest of the summer struggle. It literally starts within 24 hours, tomorrow morning, August 6th. And then we move on to August 7th and August 8th. We have 4 consecutive days of New Japan Pro Wrestling action, and this is just the openweight side. Let's go ahead and discuss our matches, shall we? So we have Yano, Okada, and Sho. Yano is no stranger to these Never Openweight titles, as of course, combined Never Six-Man reigns among these men in this match. There's 4 of them because, again, Toru Yano, he has held these now on 4 different occasions, okay? So he's going to go in here with a lot of experience, and probably just his name alone will make you believe that this trio is the favorite. And then, of course, you have Yujiro Takahashi, who, believe it or not, even if it was just 3 days, he did hold the title too. But it seems like there's this budding rivalry that Yujiro Takahashi and Okada, they want that one-on-one match more Yujiro than Okada, and Okada can't figure out which Yujiro he's basically getting here. And it seems that Yujiro is now challenging Okada in this new idea, KLPW 2020, which I will talk about more briefly once I'm done with this bracketology. With that being said, looking at this match, I'm not going against Toru Yano, okay? Especially since Toru Yano helped Okada and Sho get the win over the Yujiro and Gedo in the last tag team match of the Summer Struggle. But then again, Gedo and Jado, they are no strangers to each other. They seem to work very well together. Okada has never held any other gold besides IWGP Heavyweight title. I don't really know if he cares about this title to begin with. With that being said, you also have the duo of Jado and Gedo looking for their first piece of gold in apparently over 13 years when they were last IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. So figuring about the way that this match can go, figuring about who probably wants it more, and figuring about what could come next, I am going with the Chaos faction winning here. Because in the end, Yujiro, he just wants a piece of Okada. Yano, I think he wants those belts more than anybody right now in this tournament. Even Taiji, who wanted them to begin with last year at Wrestle Kingdom, or this year, excuse me. But yeah, I'm going with the faction of Okada, Yana, and Sho advancing over Bullet Club. I just don't see Jada, Gedo, and Yujiro pulling it off here. So, you don't bet against Toru Yano. He's a spoiler maker for a reason. And again, with that being said, 4 reigns combined thanks to Yano alone. Only 1 reign combined with Yujiro, and he only had it for like 3 days. Moving on from there, next match is Sanada, Takagi, and Bushi. Again, Sanada, Bushi, Evo, they have one of the shortest reigns ever. And again, Takagi's been wondering what they were going to do with these titles. Well, you got your answer. And he said that Sanada's okay to go after these titles with Bushi and Takagi. So here we are. But I also figured about the last match that the King said after his incredible match with Nagata, where he said he didn't feel nothing at all, no pain. Talk about really deflating Nagata. I really feel like the next phase, and good brother Chris, my good friend, shout out to you, good brother, he suggests this too. I think we're going to get at Jingu Stadium Minoru Suzuki versus Shingo Takagi. And this 3-on-3 match right here is going to be the first step towards setting that up. But who do I see wanting the titles more? Who do I see advancing? When you think about LIJ, they have incredible experience with a combined 8 reigns of the Never Six-Man Gold. There were 4 reigns for Bushi, 3 of them coming with Sanada and 1 with Shingo. Again, Shingo and Bushi, by the way, they are also former tag team champions. And then I also think about the fact that I really don't know what was next for Sanada, and this will give him something to do. It seems like LIJ is, I feel like, more known when it comes to these titles than anything else. And that's saying something, even including Toru Yano and Taguchi. With that being said, I'm going with LIJ going over here because right now, this faction of Suzuki-gun, Minoru Desperado, and Dukai, 0 reigns right now. And honestly, I don't know what's next for Desperado and Dukai. I think Desperado just wants to get another piece of Shingo Takagi. But I feel like the King has already set his sights on that Never title because he is a former champion. With that being said, I'm going with LIJ on this one, though, some way, somehow. Because I'm not going against Rampage against Shingo Takagi. And honestly, I want Sanada to get something. And I'm going to tell you this right now, folks. My pick to win this whole thing, I personally hope, is LIJ. Because they deserve it. Okay, so with that being said, moving on to the next match. We got Ibushi, Tanahashi, and Master Wato. They take on Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Master Wato, Kanemaru just wants to beat the hell out of this Master Wato guy. Give him the one-on-one singles match. Master Wato, he has no problem continuing to beat up this veteran. He just wants a piece of him. So that's the story of this match, too. But then I also think about Golden Ace, Ibushi, Tanahashi. Ibushi wants Tanahashi to try harder. It seems that Tanahashi is feeling Ibushi as if he just walked off the last backstage interview, which I couldn't believe. And then you get this tease from Zack Sabre and Taiji. Yeah, you get a new partner. You need a new beginning. But it doesn't mean you're going to get a rematch for your tag team titles. But have you ever thought about joining us? Can you guys imagine Kota Ibushi ever being part of Suzuki-gun? What? Nah. But then I also think about the idea of maybe Master Wato and Kota Ibushi forming a tag team and going after those tag team titles. And I feel that would be a very interesting dynamic. Both are great strikers and kickers. With that being said, Taiji has always had sights on the six-man number weight titles for a number of occasions. And really right now, still zero. Suzuki-gun basically has never held the never openweight gold. You really wonder if Taiji, Zack Sabre Jr., Summer Carmel, they want this all together. Does Taiji still want this? It's hard to say. And then I think about Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kota Ibushi. Between them, combined, never six-man reigns among the three in this trio. There is three of them. Literally all three coming from, you would guess, yes, the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, in different combinations over the years. Last one back in 2017. So, is this tournament a way for Hiroshi to prove something to Ibushi, and for Ibushi and Tanahashi to get gold, and for Master Wato to get his first piece of gold? Is this building to something bigger? Is the ace done? I think you truly can never count out the ace. He's going 20 years and still going. But looking at this match, this is the one right here that could truly go see either way, based on the other matches being told within this six-man here, that I figured to come at Jingu Stadium, which is still not full set. We only know 2 matches, folks. With that being said, I am going to pick... Damn, this is hard. I'm actually going to go with Tanahashi, Ibushi, and Wato on this one. And I feel it's going to be more so due to Ibushi and Wato really forming some sort of tag team dynamic that the ace is probably going to even lead Ibushi towards. Because I feel like right now the ace is doing some reflection on himself. Can the ace still go? Can he get to Ibushi's level? Does he need to take some time off and really reevaluate himself physically more than anything else? And right now, Suzuki has just been having Golden Ace's number every time. I'm actually going to go with Ibushi and Tanahashi winning this match here. And then we'll see if this actually leads to maybe that unique tag match I want to see, or a tag team rematch, and maybe finally Master Wato versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Only time will tell. With that being said, we go into our last opening match of this tournament, as we have GBH and the coach. Togi Makabe, Tamaki Homa, and Rizusuke Taguchi. Rizusuke Taguchi, no stranger to this gold. They take on the trio from Chaos and Hiroki Goto. Tomohiro Ishii, also no stranger to this gold. Hell, he held it with freaking Toriano. And the guy that everybody really wants to believe in, Headhunter Yoshihashi, yet to own a piece of gold in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, Togi Makabe, Tamaki Homa, Taguchi. Among them, combined never six-man reigns, there are 4 of them. And basically, it comes down to Taguchi being the man behind 3 of those reigns. So Taguchi right here is the guy you really want to think about on this team. Then again, he was also the guy that got pinned after getting missed in the face and lost the titles at Wrestle Kingdom to begin with. And then I look at the Chaos faction, and there's only been 1 reign. You guessed it, it comes from Tomohiro Ishii, who literally had a short-lived championship reign with Beretta and Yano. But still, he held this gold. Still baffles me that he's never been Intercontinental or Heavyweight, but that's a story for another day. By the way, read that article on WrestleJoy. Sierra, that was a great read. Great job. Support WrestleJoy, folks. With that being said, I think about this. I think about the fact Gabriel Kidd, he wants more of Togi Makabe, and if Ishii wants to push Kidd, then Kidd's not going to step down. I think about the coach, Suzuki Taguchi, who really can lead this trio far in this tournament, maybe even a victory. But then I think about Yoshihashi and maybe him finally getting his first piece of gold. And Goto, of course, really being out of sorts ever since losing the Neverweight title to Shingo Takagi. I don't know what's next for all 6 of these men, and I think about Tamaki Homa and GBH in general, constantly trying against everybody, getting sick and tired of losing, especially after their recent loss to LIJ. With that being said, Ishii and Yoshihashi had a strong World Tag League show on last year, and I would not count out Hiroki Goto. And I already got 1 Chaos team going forward. Do I just count out GBH and the coach right now? More so, I just want to see Yoshihashi go far in this. But I'm actually going to go with experience here and go with GBH Noguchi advancing towards the next round. And with that being said, I'm not going to predict the entire tournament right now. Those are just my thoughts on the opening matches and my picks to proceed in the opening rounds. Stay tuned. I will be doing Sybil takes after each show going forward, keeping you updated. We'll see how right or wrong I am. But if I were to tell you right now who my overall pick to win this and the whole thing is, I'm going with LIJ, Sonata, Takagi, and Bushi. And we'll see what happens. Again, the New Japan Cup was very unpredictable and surprising. Can this be the same? And will these champions really showcase these titles and defend them more often throughout than 3 or 4 times a year? Only time will tell. With that being said, that's all I have to say on the Never Overweight 6-Man Tag Team Tournament. Let's go ahead and briefly highlight the NJPW New Japan Cup USA Tournament, featuring 8 participants. And the winner of this tournament will go on to face Jon Moxley for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. And to think, originally Zack Sabre Jr. was the one going out here in February. So the teams consist of, the matches consist of Carl Fredericks versus Kenta, Jeff Cobb versus Tonga Loa, David Finlay versus Chase Owens, and Brody King versus a clean-shaven, almost sounded like Razor Ramon type-esque in his promo, Tama Tonga. I think about the match I would love to see the most. I would love to see Tama Tonga and Jon Moxley go at it. I would love to see Kenta and Jon Moxley go at it. Jeff Cobb, he says he has a receipt for Jon Moxley after Jon Moxley kicked his ass in the G1 last year. You all remember that, right? And then I think about Brody King and how he was very dynamic in Villain Enterprises and had an explosive showing in his short stint in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Then you got David Finlay, one half of the former IWGP Tag Team Champions. Of course, his partner, Juice Robinson, get well soon. He's injured. Chase Owens, Crown Jewel Bullet Club. I always thought he was the fall guy, but you wonder, can he make it past David Finlay? And 3 of these opening matches are first-time ever encounters. Only one of them has prior history, and that is David Finlay and Chase Owens. With that being said, as I said on IGTV with Cindy G, I did briefly go through them, so I will tell you again what my thoughts are. I believe Kenta is going to go over Carl Fredericks here, why Carl Fredericks is the recent graduate of LA Dojo after winning the Young Flying Cup last year and impressing Katsuyori Shibata, calling himself the Alpha now, Alpha Wolf it seems. I just don't see him beating the experienced veteran in Kenta, who wants to prove why he is the best pro wrestler in the world. This is going to be a huge opportunity for Carl Fredericks to show us what he can do against one of the best. But I feel like Kenta is going to make him go to sleep. Moving on from there into our next match, you have Jeff Cobb, and Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa is like, why are we even doing this, okay? Just give me the match right now. Come on, give me the match. How about you just give me the title? And then I think about G.O.D. and literally both men. Could they possibly come after each other in the finals? I don't know. And then I think about Hawaiian Juggernaut and Kenta. They have not had, to my knowledge, any experience with each other as far as New Japan Pro Wrestling goes. They might have beforehand on the independent scene, maybe for your honor. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see and do more research on that. But when I think about who would go after Kenta in the next round, my pick for this next match is actually Jeff Cobb. I think Jeff Cobb is going to go over Tonga Loa here with a tour of the islands. It's going to be interesting, though, seeing G.O.D. in singles bouts because you always think of them as the best tag team in New Japan Pro Wrestling. How can they both do as singles? We're going to find out shortly. Then we go to the one match with prior history here. David Finlay, Chase Owens. 1-0 singles record. Owens has gotten the best of David Finlay before. With that being said, you got to think about the fact that Chase Owens, he gets that package pile driver on you. It has won him many, many, many victories. But this is also Finlay's chance to reset and get a focus now on a drive for some red and gold. As again, this IWGP United States Championship is on red leather. With that being said, thinking about this match, thinking about now the rest of Bullet Club basically trying their best to get some gold for Bullet Club. Bullet Club taking over the world, as Kenta put it. Do I see David Finlay, the son of Fit Finlay, losing to Chase Owens? I don't. I sense there's actually going to be a redemption here, actually, and I feel that he's going to go over Chase Owens here. So my pick for this opening match is David Finlay. And then I look at the last opening match, and this one is the most interesting to me because Tama Tonga, he once teased about maybe going solo. This tournament right here, it could be his first step towards going on a solo path and representing us in America for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Honestly, I could believe him as representative too. Guy is damn well impressive. Can definitely share a promo too. It's going to be a hard-hitting physical bout. Both these men are very dynamic in their in-ring style, Brody King and Tama Tonga. When I think about this match, oh boy, Brody King, he impresses me so much with Villain Enterprises though. Guy can move like a cruiserweight, but is also like a heavyweight. And then I think about Tama Tonga, and I just don't know with that new look. There's something about the good bad guy I feel like that really makes me think he's going to put everything he can to win this. And he actually could be a key candidate to win. So for right now in this opening match, I'm kind of going against the ROH dudes. I'm actually going with Tama Tonga going over Brody King. And those are just my thoughts for the opening match. Because again, those opening matches, they will occur literally starting this Friday. Whether we get all 4 or whether we get just 2 of them, we'll have to wait and see as NJPWStrong does start again, 10 p.m. this Friday. But those are my thoughts for these opening matches. Stay tuned for more of a simple take following that show as well as I give further thoughts into that. So with that being said, those are my opening thoughts and analysis and picks and bracketologies for both these tournaments going for New Japan Pro Wrestling. There's never been a better time to be a fan, whether you're a fan over there in Japan or a fan in America or somewhere in between. Come and be a part of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Enjoy it. Connect with the best professional wrestling in the world, in my opinion. Now, with that being said, I do want to cover a couple of other things before I dismiss you all from this video. I want to first talk about, again, the summer struggle. It's been very interesting. You're trying to think, what is next for Kota Ibushi? Could Kota eventually turn? Is Kota going to get a new tag team partner? Who can step up to Shingo Takagi for the Never title? Who wants to go after Shingo Takagi for the Never title? Is that Minoru Suzuki's next plan? What is next for the King? And then you think about, is Evil vs. Naito just a similar story like Okada and Naito back in 2016? And at Jingu Stadium, I might add a baseball stadium. Naito is like a background in baseball, just saying. Remember his promo for Wrestle Kingdom? Is this literally Evil's, like, just short moment live where it just dies out at Jingu Stadium? Can Hiromu Takahashi recover in time and be 100% when he defends the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship against Taiji Ishimori at Jingu Stadium? Those are the only 2 matches known at this time. And honestly, it could be an LIJ night. Are we going to get Yujiro Takahashi versus Okada one more time at Jingu Stadium? Could it consist in part with this new announcement that Okada put forth? Because now, New Japan Pro Wrestling, they're trying to pull back the curtain, but they're also trying to reinvent themselves a little bit, looking at the edge of New Japan Pro Wrestling, as Okada put it. If you all didn't see that short press conference, you'll know that Okada, he'd been teasing about a special announcement, and it finally came to fruition. So, during that press conference, Okada announced the idea and creation of KOPW 2020. So, it will consist of 8 wrestlers that will wrestle in 4 singles matches on August 26th. Each wrestler will bring their own desired match rules to the first round. And there can be any kind of rules. As you know, New Japan Pro Wrestling, they are a bell-to-bell, mostly singles and tag team focused wrestling company. They rarely ever do gimmick matches. Gimmick matches include, but not limited to, steel cage, ladder, fatal 4-way, last man standing. Now, with that being said, they are no strangers to gimmick matches, as back in the early days, there was literally barbed wire C4 death count matches. I have recently watched Hiroshi Tanahashi defend the U30 title, a title strictly more so for people under 30 years old. It was a short-lived title, folks, and only he and Nakamura held it. He did defend it in a bloody blood sport type match, it seemed, against a fighter, I'm sorry, what was it, Cassiori? Someone can get the name for me, right? Back in 2004. I think about the fatal 4-way for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship between, name redacted, until I know everything's right, name redacted also, and Kushida and Hiromu Takahashi back at Wrestle Kingdom. I think about the ladder match where Kenny Omega defended the Intercontinental Championship against Michael Elgin. I think about the last man standing match that was like a King of Monsters match held at one Wrestle Kingdom. And I honestly cannot... Oh yeah, there was a triple threat match, of course, for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. You all know that. Between Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega at King of Pro Wrestling. It's a very rare anomaly to get a gimmick-type match. Unless you're the wrestler's referee who will just let the match be told by the wrestlers to the point you think it's NoDQ. With that being said, I'm very intrigued what this could consist of and who could be involved in it. I think it would be biased if Okada was in it since he proposed the idea. I would hope that this is just a way Okada just brings the idea of bringing pro wrestling to a bigger audience, to the forefront, making it as big as popular as ever, which seems to be his entire mission statement. Well done, holding the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Anyway, the winners of those singles matches will advance to a 4-way on August 29th under regular 4-way rules, because that's a gimmick match in itself, duh. And the winner will be declared the provisional KLPW 2020 champion. This title is not a title by a belt, but more so a title of you as a professional wrestler. And it will be defended until the end of the year with stipulations voted on by the fans. And the winner of the last KLPW 2020 title match of the year will be presented a trophy. And then the process begins anew in 2021. So you wonder if this is going to help elevate maybe somebody in New Japan Pro Wrestling towards maybe actual championship gold down the line. Is it kind of like the way the Continental title is a workhorse title, then you move up to the heavyweight title? You wonder if this is just a sort of accolade that wrestlers can just always hold with them towards proving their dominance and their value. You wonder if this is just going to be limited to veterans. Is anybody going to be able to come into it? Of any weight class? Is this going to be a Young Lion also driven focus? There's a lot of things to think about with this KLPW announcement. With that being said, of course, this will be determined. The first KLPW champion will be determined August 29th at Jingu Stadium. So stay tuned for more on that. But my thoughts on it, I'm curious and excited. Again, it's not a belt. It's some sort of recognition. But what can come from it? And can you be the champion of this thing more than once? Is KLPW stand for King of Pro Wrestling? Is this going to replace the King of Pro Wrestling pay-per-view or be a highlight towards it? I don't even know what KLPW stands for. So with that being said, I'm super curious. And again, Yujiro said, okay, you posed this idea. How about you and me? One-on-one in this. Let's go at it. Yujiro wants Okada one-on-one. And Okada's okay with playing this game. But I don't know. There just seems to be more to it right now than meets the eye. And I'm curious to see more about it. But with that being said, that's all the thoughts and everything I have to say right now as far as what's been going on in NJPW and what are my opening thoughts and comments towards both of these tournaments that are really beginning this week. Tomorrow we have the opening matches of the six-man never openweight tournament, August 6th. And then Friday night at 10 p.m., we have our NJPW USA New Japan Cup matches as well. And for those that don't know what time, botch. Tell I'm tired, folks. I'm also getting off work. It was extremely strenuous. I need my happy place. Wrestling's my happy place. Just to clarify, tomorrow, August 6th, 2:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 a.m. British Standard Time, we will have two opening matches of the six-man weight tournament. It will be Okada, Yano, and Sho versus Yujiro, Geita, and Jado, and Takagi, Sanada, and Bushi versus Suzuki, El Desperado, and Dukai. That is tomorrow morning. Come Friday morning, we will have, and also same time, so don't worry, just set your alarms for the same day twice. We have Masawato, Kota Ibushi versus Tanahashi versus Taiji, Zaisu Jr., and Kamaro. And we have Taguchi, Homa, and Makabe versus Goto, Ishii, and Hashi. Those are what you can expect tomorrow and Friday. And then, of course, August 8th, it continues, as well as August 9th. We have 4 days of straight-up action. And the finals are literally the 4th day. So, come August 9th, we will have brand new, never openweight six-man tag team champions. The 21st, I might add. And, of course, this Friday night, 10 p.m., NJPWStrong. Stay tuned for the New Japan Cup USA. And we'll see what happens during those opening matches as well. I cannot wait. August quickly becoming the best month of professional wrestling this year. With that being said, that's all I have to say. And I'm just going to leave you all with that. So if you want to know more about me, know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of ... wrestling. So if you want to follow me and talk anything wrestling, look me up on Twitter, NoDQ.com/Noah. Follow me on Instagram at NFoster1916. Follow this to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/NoahFoster210 for all things wrestling. Shout out to my AEW family on Twitter. Primarily, this channel will focus on NJPW 90% of the time and AEW 10% of the time. Stay tuned, there will be another episode of AEW Spark Up shortly as I give you a quick preview of what's to come tonight. And I might even start tomorrow a simple review show. I don't know, it all depends on time. There is a channel update video coming later this month as I will be heading back into college and working later hours. That will be defining this channel on a straightforward schedule every week for content. Stay tuned for more on that. The next Simple Chat will be live, of course, this Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned on that. Join the conversation, join the fun, join the open, positive wrestling atmosphere. If you haven't figured out already the reason I'm in YouTube, it's simple. Support my family and NoDQ. Buy a shirt. NoDQ.com/merch. Buy my shirts from the Greg Cherry brand. Support the Greg Cherry brand. Support PA Sensation. push him to be on Quizlemania. Support the Jeff Meacham Network. Jeff, I hope you're doing well. I hope you recover. I know you'll get past this COVID nonsense. We all will, together. Support WrestleJoy. Support Pro Wrestling Discussion. Support Team All Elite. And again, NoDQ, Europeans Mac, comments, everything. Polls, columns, memes, gifts, reviews, recaps, sexy female pics. You name it, it's there. Primarily wrestling from WWE and a little bit of AEW, NJPW, Independent News, Impact as well. As always, I'd like to close. Support your wrestling outlets, big and small. And support pro wrestling, because that's the heart of it, folks. And let's keep going. It's incredible, diverse, unique, elite, authentic, unscripted, unrestricted. The wrestling community together. Simple as that. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, hit that bell, know no video goes live on this channel. I'm back. Hit the subscribe button. Help me grow this channel. Thank you to all 162 of you that's been with me on this fun YouTuber creator's journey. I look forward to continuing with you and reaching out to others as well. And until the next video, I just hope you all take care, enjoy life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families and enjoy wrestling. There's more of it now than ever. Find something or someone or some promotion that connects with you and interests you. And as always, please, folks, be safe, be positive, take care, and just have a wonderful day. Thank you again, yo. Sayonara.